Hey everybody, this is another game of March Madness, or I'm sorry, May Madness. I'm going to correct myself. Round one, we're finishing up round one, and we're getting near the end of round one. And this game is going to be between the number 5 seed, 1977 Yankees, and the number 12 seed, 1988 Los Angeles Dodgers. You are looking at the two starting pitchers in today's game. It's not your screen if you're wondering about why Guidry looks so much brighter than Hershiser. It's the quality of the cards. I got this 88 set used, and I got the 77 set new from Strat, so that's the reason why there. So we'll go ahead and get going here. We'll just take care of the lineups as they come just to save some time. So leading off for the Dodgers here against Guidry will be Steve Sax, the second baseman. He will get things going here. Righty on lefty, and this game is underway. It's a 3-7. So Sax, a 3-7 for Sax against a lefty Guidry. 1-5 will be a single. Anything else will be a line out to the shortstop, Bucky Dent. It's a 17, so it's snagged by Dent, and that's one away. So Sax is gone, and that's a good idea to keep him off the bases if you were the Yankees. Brings up shortstop Alfredo Griffin, switch hitter, batting right-handed. It's a 1-9 against the lefty Guidry. And a 1-9 is a ground ball to short. So again, Dent, this time it's a ground ball version. But Dent takes care of that. 2 up, 2 down for Kirk Gibson, the hero of the 88 series. He's in left field today. Lefty on lefty against Guidry. And we get a 1-10. That was a 5 there, so I know it was a 110 when I saw it and I rolled it. I just kind of hit the dice there. Sorry about that. It was a 110. So let's look at Guidry, 110, or sorry, Gibson, 110. It's a fly ball to center, and the inning is over. So nothing doing for the Dodgers here in the first. We go to the bottom of the first. Oral Hershiser on the mound, and Mickey Rivers will lead things off. Mick the Quick will lead things off for the Yankees. It's 2-7. 2-7 for Mickey Rivers against the right-hander Hershiser, and that's a fly to center. So Rivers flies out to Shelby in center, one away. And that'll bring up Roy White, the switch-hitting left fielder. It's a 6-9, so he's batting left, and Hershiser 6-9 against a lefty. A 1 is a single. Anything else is a line out to Steve Sax. And that's 12, so it's a line out to Sax for out number 2. Brings up Chris Chambliss, the first baseman. He will be hitting in the third spot today. 5-7, so against Hershiser and the lefty, a 5-7 is a strikeout. So Chambliss down on strikes to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Yankees. Nothing doing after 1 complete. We are scoreless. Guidry back out there. We'll now be facing the right-hander Mike Marshall to start things off. And we get a 6-3 against a right-hander. 6-3 is going to be a single. It's no ballpark effects. It's advanced rules only. No clutch, no ballpark effects. So that single stands. And Mike Marshall. Marshall leads off with a base hit. Here's Mickey Hatcher, the first baseman, another right-handed hitter against Guidry. And that's a 1-11. So against the lefty Guidry, 1-11 for Hatcher is a fly ball to left field. And there's one away as Roy White handles that with ease. Brings up center fielder John T-Bone Shelby, switch hitter, batting right-handed, 5-8. 5-8's a ground ball second base X. That is Willie Randolph. And Willie Randolph happens to be a 2-rated second baseman. So we'll see if he can get to this ball. It's an 18. He does. It's an easy ground out, and it might be a double play. So we'll go to the chart here. On an 18, second baseman, a 2 and an 18 is a ground ball A. So it is in fact a 4-6-3 double play as Marshall is doubled off. And the inning is over. Nothing doing for the Dodgers in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. Hershiser back out there. And he'll be facing the captain, Thurman Munson, to lead off the bottom of the second. It's a 2-9. Munson against a righty, 2-9. Yeah, 1 is a triple. Anything else is going to be a single, so it'll at least be the first hit for the Yankees. And It's a 20, so it is a single for Munson. He will lead things off, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. And we get a 3-10. So for Reggie Jackson, a 3-10 is a fly ball to center field. Shelby again makes the play, one away. And that brings up the right fielder, Sweet Lou Piniella. Piniella, a 6-5, batting right-handed against Hershiser. Another fly ball to center. T-Bone Shelby staying busy out there. 2 down with Munson still at first. And it brings up third baseman Greg Nettles, the number 7 hitter in the lineup. And that's a 6-11. So for Hershiser against the lefty, 6-11 is a single to center field. Shelby has a -2 arm, so Munson, even with 2 outs, he's not going to try it. He will hold at second base. And that'll bring up Willie Randolph with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Willie Randolph, the batter. It's a 3-10. So Randolph, a 3-10 against the righty. 3-10 is a triple. Look at that. Willie Randolph just triples. You don't usually see a lot of straight triples on these cards. But in 1977, Willie Randolph had 11 triples. So that's the reasoning there. So it's a straight triple on that 3-10 roll, and that's a 2-run triple for Randolph. And the Yankees grab a 2-0 lead off of Hershiser. So that brings up Bucky Bleeping Dent. He is the number 9 batter in the order. That's a 3-5 for Dent. 3-5 is a fly ball to left field B. That's the 3rd out, so no chance for a sac fly. Gibson will handle it. And the inning is over, but the Yankees pick up 2 on the Willie Randolph triple. And we go to the 3rd, it is now 2-0 Yankees. And we've got the designated hitter, Dave Anderson. They went with a right-handed designated hitter against Guidry. They have better lefties, but against Guidry, they figured it better to go with a right-hander. 4-6 is going to be a fly ball to right field, and Piniella will make that play. No problem. Brings up the third baseman and brings up the catcher. And why don't I have his card? Must be stuck behind. 1 second. Let me get that. I think Scioscia's card got kind of stuck in. There we go. These things get stuck together sometimes. So Mike Scioscia, the catcher, the 8th hitter, will be stepping to the plate. It's a 4-5 against Guidry, against the lefty. 4-5 is a strikeout. So Scioscia out on strikes. 2 down for the number 9 hitter, Jeff Hamilton, the 3rd baseman. That's a 2-3 against a lefty. 2-3 against a lefty. He's got a home run chance, 1-13. 14-20 is a flyout, but a 1-13, and the Dodgers will be on the board. It is a 6, and Jeff Hamilton from the 9 hole has hit a solo homer. Cut the lead to 2-1. Trying to get the Dodgers back into this. Here's Sachs. 6-10 against a righty is a fly ball center field X. That's Mickey Rivers. And Mickey Rivers in center field is a 3. And that's a 7. So let's see if that's an error check or if it drops in. A center fielder 7 and a 3. A 3 rated and a 7 is a fly ball C. He just did get to it. So Mickey Rivers barely makes the play, but he does, and the inning is over. But the Dodgers get on the board thanks to the home run by Jeff Hamilton. Go to the bottom of the 3rd, it's Yankees 2, Dodgers 1. And Mickey Rivers will be leading things off to start the bottom of the 3rd. He flied to center in his first at-bat. 5-9 against Hershiser for the lefty is another fly to center. So Mickey Rivers has twice flied out to Shelby in center for out number 1. I'll bring up switch hitting Roy White. He lined to Sachs his first time up. That's a 1-11. So White against a right-hander. 1-11 is a home run. Look at that. Roy White goes yard. That diamond's for the ballpark effect. We are not using that. It's a straight home run. Roy White on the season had 14 of them, and he gets it right here on that 1-11 roll. So Roy White gets the run back that Hamilton got for the Dodgers. It is now a 3-1 ball game. And I'll bring up Chris Chambliss. Struck out his first time up. So Chambliss, a 4-8. 4-8 off of Hershiser against the lefty. A 1-2 is a double. Anything else will be a fly to right. It is a 3, so he barely got it. Barely got it. The right fielder Marshall snagged it. Kept it from going in the gap. It would have been a double. That's out number 2, and that brings up Thurman Munson. That's a 3-12 for Munson against a right-hander. 3-12 is a line out to shortstop Max. Nobody's on base, so it's just simply a line out to end the inning. But the Yankees come up with those with that home run by Roy White, take a 3-1 lead. So we go to the 4th, and in the 4th we will have Alfredo Griffin to lead things off. Switch hitter batting right. It's a 2-6 against the lefty Guidry. 2-6 is a line out to the shortstop Bucky Dent. And there's one away. Dent's been getting a lot of action on defense. Here's Kirk Gibson. He flies to center. First time up. It's a 4-9 against the lefty. 4-9's a ground ball to shortstop X. That is Bucky Dent. He's a 2. Bucky Dent is a 2-rated shortstop. That is a 2. A 2-rated shortstop with a 2. And that's going to be a single. So Dent not able to get it. Gibson sneaks it by him for a base hit. Tying run is now at the plate for Mike Marshall. He singled his first time up. It's a 5-6. 5-6. This time he's going to strike out against Guidry. So Marshall with the strikeout for out number 2. And here's Mickey Hatcher. He flied to left in his first at bat. 3-7 against Guidry. 3-7 against the lefty is a ground ball to short. Would have been a double play, but there's already 3 outs. So simply a 6-3 ground out to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 3-1 Yankees. And Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, steps to the plate. He flies to center in his first time up. It's a 4-6 against Hershiser, and that is a strikeout. So Reggie down on strikes. For out number 1, brings up Lou Piniella, Sweet Lou. Sweet Lou, a 3-7. 3-7 against a righty is a strikeout. So Sweet Lou down on strikes as well. Brings up Nettles. Nettles singled and scored on the Randolph triple. 4-7. 4-7 is a ground ball shortstop X. That's Alfredo Griffin. And Alfredo Griffin is a 1-rated shortstop. And that's a 12, which is an error check. So we go to his error check, and Griffin is an error rating of 28. And that's a 4. So a 28, E28, and a 4. E28 and a 4 is a 1-base error on Alfredo Griffin. So he boots it. Keeps the inning going. First error for either team. And that'll bring up Willie Randolph, who tripled his only at bat. He had a big 2-run triple in the second. He's got a chance to do more damage. It's a 3-6. 3-6 for Randolph. Well, a chance for a home run this time. 1-6 for a homer. 7-20 is a fly to right. But a 1-6, and he may break this game open. It's a 20, so he's going to fly to right as Marshall hauls it in. And Hershiser escapes any trouble here in the 4th. So we go to the 5th. Score still remains Yankees 3, Dodgers 1. And Ron Guidry steps up to face John T-Bone Shelby. And Shelby grounded into a double play in his first at bat. He's a switch hitter batting right. 5-4. 5-4 is a catcher X. And that's Thurman Munson. And Munson is a catcher rating of 2. And that's a 19. So a 2 catcher rating and a 19. And that's going to produce a foul out. So it's a foul out to Munson for out number 1. Brings up Dave Anderson, the DH. He flied to right his first time up. It's a 6-5 against Guidry. 6-5. A potential home run 1-2, but he does have weak power, so it would just be a single. But a 1-2 for a single. Anything else is going to fly out to the left fielder, Roy White. It's a 19, so White snags it before it hits the ground for out number 2. And that'll bring up Mike Scioscia, the catcher, he struck out his first time up. To 2-9. 2-9 against the lefty. Scioscia, 2-9 is a ground ball to short. And the inning's over. Nothing doing. As we go to the bottom of the fifth, Hershiser back out there. Here's Bucky Dent. Both pitchers' fatigue rating are Hershiser's and Guidry both have eighth innings, so they're definitely good on that as long as they're effective. Here's Bucky Dent. It's a 4-4 for Bucky Dent. It's a ground ball third base X. That is the third baseman Hamilton, and he is a 2 rated third baseman. And that's an 18, so that's going to be a good play. As Anderson throws out Dent. And the lineup rolls over again to Mickey Rivers. He has fly to center twice. Mickey 4-5 against Hershiser. This time he's going to ground to Sachs at second base. And that's out number 2. That'll bring up Roy White. White homered his last at bat. It's a 4-8. So against Hershiser, a 4-8. 1-2 is a double. Anything else will be a fly ball to Marshall. So it's in the gap. Can Marshall get it? It's a 14. He does get it, and the inning is over. So we completed 5 innings here in this round 1 game, and the Yankees clinging to a 3-1 lead. And Guidry back out there for his 6th inning of work. He'll be facing Jeff Hamilton, number 9 hitter, who homered for the only run of the game for the Dodgers thus far. It's a 1-2. 1-2. This time he's going to hit a fly ball to center that Rivers hauls in. And there's one away. Back to the top of the order for Steve Sachs. Sachs a 4-3. 4-3 is a fly ball right field X. That is the right fielder Piniella. And Sweet Lou has a error rating of 3. That's a 12, so definitely in the error range there. So his error rating for Lou Piniella is a 7. He's an E7. And that's a 4 for an E7. So right fielder, an E7 and a 4. That is going to be a 2-base error. So anything 3-6 or a 12 would have been a 2-base error. The 4 falls into that category. So Lou Piniella misplays that into a 2-base error, and now each team has committed an error. So that puts Sachs at second base with 1 out for Alfredo Griffin. The Dodgers try to crawl back here. It's a 1-7 against the lefty Guidry. 1-7 is a ground ball to shortstop. So with the ball hit to shortstop, then Sachs had to hold. So it's a 6-3 ground out, 2 down, and that'll bring up Kirk Gibson. See if he can have any heroics left over from 88. It's a 6-7 against Guidry. 6-7, a 1-11 is a single, so possibly 1-11 is a single but it's only 1 star, so Sachs wouldn't score. But it's a 17, so it's a line out to Randolph anyway, and that will end the 6th. So the Dodgers go quietly. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and Oral Hershiser will be facing Chris Chambliss, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. The 5-7. 5-7 is another strikeout. So Chambliss having a little bit of a rough outing with a strikeout. Brings up Thurman Munson, and Munson has singled and lined to short. And we get a 3-8 against Hershiser. 3-8 is going to be a single for Munson, single to right field. So base hit for Munson. He's 2 for 3. Brings up Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, even though it's May, or it's actually April, but we're playing Bay Madness. So it's 4-8. 4-8 is a 1-2 double. Anything else, and Marshall will get it. They've given Marshall a workout in right field. He needs to haul this one in. If it's a 1 or 2, he won't get it. Anything else, he will. It's a 6, so he does get it for out number 2. Brings up Sweet Lou. Sweet Lou. 6-7 for Sweet Lou against Hershiser. That's a ground ball to second base X. That is Steve Sachs. And Steve Sachs is a 3-rated second baseman. That's an 11, which is almost certainly an error check. which it is, and sacks as an error rating of 15. So not known for his fielding for sure. And he rolled a 4. So an E15, and a 4 is a one base error. There it is, 3-5. So it's an error on sacks. So sacks will boot it. That's the second error for the Dodgers. That does move Munson up to second. Puts runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Greg Nettles, the batter. Nettles has singled and reached on an error by Griffin. It's a 5-10. 5-10 is a fly ball center field X. That is going to be T-Bone Shelby. And John T-Bone Shelby is a 2-rated center fielder. And that's a 2. That's not good news for the outfielder. That's probably going to drop. A 2 and a 2 for the center fielder is a single with 2 stars. So that will bring home a run. RBI single by Nettles. It's unearned thanks to the error, but the Yankees will take it either way you go. It's now a 4-1 ball game, and Hershiser has to settle in here to keep it from getting worse. Here's Willie Randolph. It's a 2-11 for Randolph against a righty. 2-11 is a ground ball to third, and that's going to end the inning. But that unearned run comes in, gives the Yankees a little bit more cushion. We go to the 7th. It is the Yankees 4 and the Dodgers 1. And Mike Marshall steps to the plate to lead things off. Marshall, a 4-8 against Guidry. That's a fly to center. Handled out there by Rivers. 1 away. And that'll bring up Mickey Hatcher. Hatcher, a 1-5 against the lefty. 1-5 against the lefty. Chance for a home run. 1-8 is a homer. 9-20 is a double. So he gets good wood on it. It's long and it's gone. Mickey Hatcher, home run. Second home run of the game for the Dodgers. Both have been solo shots, though. So they still trail it 4-2. But Hatcher got into that one, and it has just enough carry. Here's John Shelby. T-Bone, 5-5 for T-Bone. Batting right-handed as a switch hitter, he will strike out. So T-Bone Shelby, out on strikes for out number 2. Brings up the DH, Dave Anderson. And it's a 3-7 for Anderson against the lefty. 3-7 is a ground ball to short, and that's going to end the inning. But the Dodgers pick up a run on that home run by Hatcher. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. I'm going to take a quick stretch break and pause the video. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 7th with the score. Yankees 4 and Dodgers 2. Okay, we're back for the bottom of the 7th. The new Dodger pitcher is Alejandro Pena. He will take over for Hershiser. Hershiser went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 were earned. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 4, and did give up the home run to Roy White. So, leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Yankees against Pena will be Bucky Dent. And we got a 6-5 off of Pena. And that's not good news. 6-5 here. 1-3 is a double. 4-20 is a single. That is a 2. That is a 2. So that is a double for Bucky Dent. And Lasorda is now calling him Bucky Bleeping Dent. Here's Mickey Rivers. 6-10 against the lefty. 6-10 is a ground ball third base X. That's Hamilton. He's a 2. And that's a 6, so he might make that play. We will double check it. A 2 and a 6. Nope, it's an error check. It's an error check. He just missed the range check. So the error check on Hamilton is an E27. That's really not very good, is it? So it's a 8. E27 and an 8. That's a one-base error on Hamilton, the third baseman. A one-base error. So now the infield has made 3 errors, short, second, and third. That error will move Dent to third base, rather. Rivers will be aboard on the E5. Rivers is a potential threat to steal. He's a B stealer, but they may just go ahead and let Roy White hit We'll see how that goes. Socha's a -2 arm, so I think they're going to go ahead and just with nobody out and runners at the corners, they're going to let Roy White swing away. It's 2-4 for Roy White. It's ground ball first base A. That's a double play, but the run will score. So a run will score. That was, again, a 2-4, which was a ground ball. So it's a 3-6-3 double play. Turned by Hatcher to Griffin, back to Hatcher. But on that double play, Dent will score. And that makes it a 5-2 game. No RBI given since it was a double play ground out. It's a 5-2 ball game, and now they bring up Chris Chambliss. Chambliss at 2-6. 2-6 for Chambliss. 1-13 is a single. Anything else is going to be a ground ball to third baseman. And it is. Hamilton makes the play. Innings over. But the Yankees tack on a run off of Pena. And after 7 complete, it's the Yankees 5 and the Dodgers 2. Trying to determine if that's an earned run or not. I might have to come back on that one. Not sure. At this point, it probably doesn't matter. Jay Howell will be pitching for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th. So Pena just did his 1 inning, and he will be out of there. And Jay Howell will come in and pitch the bottom of the 8th. Starting at the top of the 8th, and Guidry still going strong. He'll be facing number 8 hitter Mike Socha. Lefty on lefty. It's a 2-8 for Socha. 2-8's a ground ball to second, and that's one away as Willie Randolph makes the play. So Randolph makes the play. Here's Hamilton. Hamilton a 1-8. A 1-8 against a lefty is a fly to center, and that's 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, and Steve Sachs the top of the order. So Sachs a 6-8. 6-8 for Sachs is a strikeout. So a strikeout for Guidry. And that's going to do it for the Dodgers here in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is still a 5-2 ball game. And for the Yankees, their bullpen finally getting some activity. And Sparky Lyle, their closer, Sparky Lyle, will be coming in to pitch for Guidry in the 9th inning. But right now, Jay Howell will be coming in. And Jay Howell will be facing Munson, Jackson, and Piniella. So it's first Thurman Munson. It's a 3-9 against the righty. 3-9 is a ground ball to short by Munson. 1 away for Reggie Jackson. Reggie in this game is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So since it's not October, I guess he's not compelled to do anything. It's a 6-8 against Howell, the lefty, and it's a strikeout. So Jackson again with the whiff. 2 down. 2 up, 2 down for Lou Piniella, right fielder. And Piniella, as these things hide behind the cards here, it's a 4-6. For Howell, a 4-6 is a walk. So 2-out walk to Piniella means that Nettles is up, and Nettles is 2 for 3, singled twice and reached on an error. It's a 1-6 for Nettles. 1-6. Look at all these home runs he just missed. He's still got an outside chance at a home run. 1-4 would be almost a coup de grace on this game. It's a 13, so instead he's going to fly to Marshall and right. And that's going to end the inning. So Jay Howell pitches his 1 inning of relief. Doesn't allow anything. Walks 1, strikes out 1. And we go to the top of the 9th. With the score 5-2, last chance for the Dodgers, and they'll have to do it against Sparky Lyle. So Sparky Lyle will be facing the 2, 3, and 4 hitters: Griffin, Gibson, and Marshall. So here's Griffin to lead things off against Sparky Lyle. It's a 1-7. So a 1-7 for Griffin is a ground ball to short, and that's 1 away. The Yankees 2 outs away from advancing in the tournament. And by advancing, the Yankees will be playing in the next round the 1990 Oakland A's. Here's Kirk Gibson. It's a 3-7. 3-7 against a lefty is a walk. So Kirk Gibson keeps things going with a walk. And that'll bring up Mike Marshall. Marshall. It's a 6-7. 6-7 is a fly ball to center field B. So Mickey Rivers makes that play. And now it's up to Mickey Hatcher, who did homer his last at bat. So Mickey Hatcher, last chance for the Dodgers. It's a 3-9. That was a 9 there. 3-9. 3-9 against the lefty. 3-9 is a ground ball to short, and the ball game is over. So the Yankees, in pretty routine fashion, defeat the Dodgers by the score of 5-2. Ron Guidry gets the win with 8 innings. Sparky Lyle gets the save. And Hershiser takes the loss. So we'll go through the totals here. For the Yankees, 5 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. For the Dodgers, let's see how many hits they had. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. So Guidry held them to 4 hits over 8 innings. Interesting line score for the Dodgers. 2 runs, 4 hits, and 3 errors. And for the Yankees, 5 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. So 5-7-1 for the Yankees, 2-4-3 for the Dodgers. So with that victory, the 77 Yankees now advance, and they'll be facing the 1990 Oakland A's in the next round. That'll be a 4 versus 5 matchup. And there are exactly 2 games left in the first round. It's the 93 Phillies against the 02 02 Giants. That's an 8-9 matchup. And we've got the Phillies, who won the play-in game, versus the 77 Royals. They'll be taking on Pedro Martinez, Manny Ramirez, and Big Papi, the Boston Red Sox, in a 6-11 matchup. But that's good. But from here, it is the Yankees again thwarting the Dodgers. Different year, but same teams. As the Yankees behind Ron Guidry get that victory 5-2. Now Guidry is not available for the next game, so the pitcher in the next game for the Yankees is going to most likely be Ed Figueroa. So Ed Figueroa will handle the starting duties in that next round game against the Oakland A's. So that's going to do it from here. Hope everybody enjoyed that May Madness presentation, as round 1 is getting very, very close to completion. And I hope you enjoy whatever game you choose to play, and whatever rules you choose to play it in. And I will see everybody down the road.